Who's your favorite person in Hollywood? No pressure. I mean, that's not like anybody else is going to get hurt feelings, but who is it? That's me. The person starting the paychecks. It's SAG. It's the union. You liked working with pretty much everybody. See, you had a really good experience in Hollywood.
I had very good experiences. I was
watching.
Yeah. We were lucky.
We were. And there's like a couple of times like I was, we always watched out for Zach, but in a way that didn't make you feel so policed. Like we just were always watching. There was no sleepovers. There was the Super 8 cast. We made an exception because you guys were such good friends and we were all in the same hotel and their mom was there, so it wasn't like it was just the kids and you guys had 1 or 2 sleepovers in the hotels.
Yeah.
Did you guys get in a little trouble on Halloween running around the Palomar?
We did, yeah.
I was like, oh crap. We were really good about you guys not being crazy, but I know who was the ringleader. I had a couple of videos on there that were so funny, but I deleted them because a couple of kids asked me to. They're like, we don't want people knowing we were that wild and stuff. So I was like, okay. And it was nothing inappropriate, but it was just sort of like they were just letting their hair down a little.
Just a little bit of cocaine.
Right, it was just a bunch of little kids doing heroin.
Which
just
in Hollywood,
like kids will do.
Cocaine in Hollywood is like vitamins. It's fine.
It is because it's for a good performance. And that's, we're joking.
We're joking.
No, you know what was funny? We were on a set where they had like a 7 a.m. call. And I made sure he went to bed super duper early, which is fine. But it was a really early call. And we get up the next morning and a producer comes up to me and is like, you were 9, by the way. And they're like, would you like to give him some coffee? And I said, oh, some coffee. What am I, Judy Garland's mother? I'm going to give him uppers and then maybe something to sleep later. And, we need to get a couple of pounds off you. No, I'm not giving my kid coffee. Get the hell out of here. He'll wake up. When he wakes up, he'll be setting up the camera for 2 hours anyway. But, yeah, it was funny. Like, it was suggested to me to give him coffee. No. And you know what was funny? When we were on Megorians, before you shot Megorians, I did such a good job making sure you were so not materialistic.
Right.
One of my brothers who did very well for himself took you to Toys R Us, and it was funny because I didn't know you regretted this, but
yeah, I kind of did.
When he was a kid, my brother said you can buy anything in the store you want. You remember?
He took me to Toys R Us back when there was Toys R Us.
Yeah. Toys R Us. Moment of silence.
Yeah, he took me to Toys R Us and he just said, "Get whatever you want." And
the cart.
How old was I? 7?
Yeah, you were like 7 or 8.
I completely did not understand that concept whatsoever.
You held it and you put it back.
Whatever I want. That's impossible. I can't. I had no idea. I left happy, but it was really funny because because Uncle Sean kept like pointing out stuff. Is like, you don't want like that. He kept pointing out like cool RC cars.
It was like a big motorized helicopter with a parachuting GI Joe.
You don't want that? I'm like, no.
Stuff he would have killed for when we were kids.
Yeah. And I left with these click clacks.
Yeah, and it was like an impulse thing, like you couldn't leave with nothing, so you had to grab it on the way out type of thing, but you still liked them.
Because I got happiness out of just like looking at the stuff.
Yeah.
We're
not about stuff.
Yeah, we're not about stuff, and I didn't really understand the concept of like taking it home with me. So I got like click clacks, which were back then these little just figurines and their arms clicked. Their arms and legs clicked and you could stack them.
Just before Christmas, Zach got Megoriums. Yeah. And you were 9. And the presents just kept coming. The director, Zach Helm, said to Zach's agent, I'm getting that kid whatever he wants for Christmas because he made my Christmas by agreeing to do my movie. And presents were coming from the zebra. Presents were coming from Zach. Presents were coming from Mr. Megorium. And then it's a movie set in a toy store. So there was a warehouse of toy stores. It was sponsored by Lego. It was like, so we got to the hotel, which is like a condo hotel that I love and miss. And if money was no object, I'd live there right now. But we got in there and there was toys. There was like toys. And then the toys started trickling in. So I said to the director, we don't really want him to be too much about toys. I remember one day you're supposed to be in school. Where's Zach? Oh, Laurel took him to the toy warehouse so he could just pick out whatever he wanted. I was like,
I had no idea. We were filming basically on the soundstage, this huge open area where they had built the set. And I had no idea that through the back door and up the separate set of stairs, there was a second warehouse.
Yeah.
that was just full of toys they weren't using.
Yeah.
And one of the
I got a
prop guys
puzzle.
was
I
like, "Hey,
love
you want to pick some toys out?" I'm like, "What?"
You know, and I was like, "We're not materialistic. Can I have that Thomas Kincaid puzzle? It's like 1,000 pieces. It looks really great." No, but you get a little.
And I would have left with like a Santa toy sack, just like. But the guy said, we inquired as to the cause of this magical warehouse full of toys, this endless floor-to-ceiling shelves full of toys. And he's like, "Oh yeah, some companies sent in some toys, to appear in the film, and these are the ones we're not going to use. So whatever you don't pick is going to go to charity." I'm like, "Duh, no."
Right. Now you're taking toys from poor kids.
Now I'm taking these from sick kids, pretty much.
Little Timmy doesn't need that fire engine.
Yeah.
No, I actually told you I wanted you to donate a lot of this stuff anyway,
Yeah.
and it was just more toys than anybody needs.
That was of my own volition. You didn't tell me you can't have these because you're going to sick kids. That was me. I was like, I don't want these because
Oh, I didn't know that. That must have been when you were there without me. They certainly gave you enough stuff anyway, and
Yeah,
if there's anything you have to have, you can buy it.
I got to be in a movie.
Yeah, and that was fun.
Yeah.
I remember coming around the bend and around the trailer, and I hear a trombone, and gosh, I wish these are moments you have to take a picture with your mind because you just can't take out a camera.
Right.
Dustin Hoffman with the Megorium's hair, no shirt on, he's playing the trombone at the door, and he's got jazz music playing. He's really musical, by the way. He was going to be a pianist before he was an actor, and just takes it all in his stride. He's playing a trombone, he's got Zach playing the bongos, and he's got the music playing, and I'm like, they were right at the door of the trailer. It was so funny, and those people knew how to have fun, of course. That's their life is having fun mostly.
Yeah.
So I thought that was hysterical. But what a fun time for a kid. Like you didn't have any bad experiences.
No.
We just had fun. Other than colossally delicious.
Oh boy.
That wasn't fun.
Let me tell you the story of a Rice Krispies commercial I did. Sorry, Cocoa Krispies. Yeah, that's what it's called.
You were supposed to be a kid who won a science fair or something?
No, it was a
cook-off.
The premise for the commercial was a cook-off. And one kid brings very impressive dish, second kid brings very impressive dish. They're both good chefs. My character brings Cocoa Crisps.
The best dish of them all.
The best! And he wins, of course, because it's a Cocoa Crisps commercial, and they're not going to be realistic about it. Like, well, we do like Cocoa Crisps, but this was obviously much more technically good. No, of course, the Cocoa Crisp commercial ends with the kid who brought Cocoa Crisps winning. And then all the judges are like, "No, Cocoa Crisps!" And all the kids are like, "God, I wish I brought Cocoa Crisps." And my character then, after the promo, the narrator being like,
Hero boy.
The part of a balanced breakfast, all the last part of the commercial is my character, Coco-lossily delicious, which they just wanted more. Every
time he said it, it was a little more Zach, a little more Zach.
More energy and more happy and more Cocoa Crisps. The whole day was just like,
it was like 2 hours.
Coco-lossily delicious. Just over and Coco-lossily delicious. Every single there's no way. There's no way to sell that line because it's terrible. And I could not.
We gotta find that commercial for this. I haven't seen it in a million years.
That commercial, I will take it. It's gone. It doesn't exist. I will take it to my grave.
That's true. But eat Rice Krispies.
Eat Rice Krispies. This is sponsored by Cocoa Crisps.
Yeah, not our best ad. Not our best promo.
Ugh.
And what I also liked? I don't think the Kellogg's people will mind one bit because they don't even sell these anymore.
Yeah, I'm dead to Kellogg's. It doesn't matter.
No, these were honestly, and I'm not just saying this. Often when you're on a commercial, and the star is the product, there's what I call the big cheeses, and they're usually in what I call the oasis, which is like you could be in the middle of nowhere, but there's going to be an oriental carpet with a black leather sofa.
There's going to be a tent set up with like perfect weather conditions, and they're going to have it's actually called Video Village. They have.
I wasn't thinking of Video Village. I was thinking of what I call the oasis, which is usually on a commercial. It's kind of near Video Village, but it's just for the big wigs.
Oh yeah.
Not the directors or anything like that, but for the big cheeses who are there to make sure their star, whether it's Hellman's mayonnaise or whatever, that star is being treated like the star that they are. And in this case, it was Go-Tarts.
Oh, Go-Tarts.
And he didn't like Pop-Tarts. He didn't like Go-Tarts, but he liked Pop-Tarts.
The premise behind Go-Tarts is what if you could eat Pop-Tarts outside.
Like a mobile Pop-Tart? Oh my God, the cat scared me. He likes that. That's Maugie, Mr. Meowgie.
This is Maugie. This is Maugie.
Oh, he's an old guy. We've had him since he was 10 months old.
But anyway, the premise behind Go-Tarts, which was a very short-lived product, was Pop-Tarts, but they're portable. Brilliant. And
because the other ones were not portable.
Because as we all know, if you open up a packet of Pop-Tarts, that's your whole day.
You got to eat it at home.
You're anchored. You're anchored to the kitchen because
it's
now
like a steak. You can't just take it out the door.
Because now it's like, what if? Okay, I have now 2 Pop-Tarts, which is like
it's cumbersome.
It's like 12 bites, and now I have to plan my whole day around this.
Yeah.
Do I toast them? Do I not?
They really hold you up.
Do I eat the second one? Do I save it for later? So they came up the Pop-Tarts people.
It's a cocoa conundrum.
The Pop-Tarts people came up with a solution to this problem, which is Go-Tarts, which tasted nothing like Pop-Tarts and were disgusting.
I think they did. I liked them a lot.
No, I didn't. Which was funny because I had to eat them for the commercial.
So good.
I had to run up to the camera. Take a bite out of Pop-Tart. It's like a Pop-Tart, except it's gross and it's like a bar. Cool. And I had to sell that. I'm like, I love Go-Tarts, even though I hate them. And
I love the people who did that commercial with you. They were so much fun and so nice.
The whole premise of the commercial was my character sitting on the kitchen counter in his house. He just took a bite out of a
Sometimes you need sprinkly, fillingy.
Yeah, sometimes you need sprinkly, fillingy Pop-Tarts.
I'll put a clip at the end of this.
Yeah, I just took a bite of a Pop-Tart and then ding dong.
Horrible people show up, relatives.
Yeah, these horrible relatives show up.
And you got to get out of there.
But sometimes what was it? Sometimes
you're on the run or something. Well, I'll put the clip.
We'll put the clip. Well, if we can find it.
I know where it is. I've seen it. I'll do a clip grab of it. Yeah, and I'll put it at the end.
It's a good commercial. But Go-Tarts were not.
What was funny was that the one woman, she was from like the Groundlings. They were all. Somebody said the one kid is like Bean or something. He was like from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, he was Bean. He was Bean from Even Stevens.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know that.
I never saw.
I knew Bean from Even Stevens, but he had grown up, and I had seen Even Stevens.
Don't know who that is.
And afterwards, when they said, it's Beans, right? I was like, what? I was like, no way. I was working with Beans all day.
They were so nice and so funny. But the other thing was, the Kellogg's people were nice and funny. And by the way, they catered that lunch. Very nice. Oh my God. Commercials have good food.
I probably shouldn't be trash talking their
That's okay. They don't even make those anymore. But the girls, they were like these young women who were in charge, and they were just like, come sit with us and come eat with us. I was like, wow, this is like really nice. And this never happens either. They gave us a bunch of the product, and he didn't love it, but I gave it to the other actors because I can't eat that stuff anyway, but I gave it to them. And I was like, here, your actors, this might be all you eat in the next 2 weeks. We just had a great time. We laughed a lot and we had fun. It was a really nice set with, as always, commercials have amazing food. Commercials are very well funded. And of course, the product is a big star. But we just enjoyed ourselves. But I want to get to the point where, what did you do since you didn't like? This guy has a job. There's a guy whose job it is to do what?
There's a guy just off camera who's just holding the spit bucket. That's his job.
And that happens even if you like the food, because you can't eat all day.
You eat they want like a ton of takes, and you can't just eat like 20 Go-Tarts. No human could eat 5 Go-Tarts without dying.
No, right. I've never done that. I've never had a really bad breakup where I dipped it in ice cream.
It specifically says not to do that.
Yeah, but he's just like, patooey, and I would just crack up.
If you eat more than 5, go to the hospital. It's not food.
We got a 2-foot Newton eater.
But every single time I was like, Go-Tarts. Go-Tarts, cut.
Acting.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want sprinkly, fillingy Pop-Tarts.
Hey! Hope you don't mind us dropping in.
But sometimes you just gotta go. Go-Tarts. Everything you love about your Pop-Tarts, now in a bar. Go-Tarts. They go places. Now in 4 delicious flavors, including chocolate chip.
They weren't insulted either. They were so nice.
Yeah, that's what everyone does. That's what there are some people who don't. They go spit bucket lists, and they're like, no, I don't even need I heard that Chris Pratt in during filming Parks and Rec, there was a scene where he's eating cake, and he just ate cake.
You know who did that? Did he get
Like
sick?
Like a crazy person, and yes, he got sick.
Because that's what happened with Steve Carell. He was filming The Office, and he's eating the ice cream when what's her face is allergic to it.
I might have been
and
wrong
he's like,
about
I'd die if I couldn't eat the ice cream.
I may have to make the second redactment of this video.
Do you think you're thinking that one?
I may have been thinking of Steve Carell.
Do you remember when we filmed your very first commercial ever was for Singular and AT&T joining forces.
Yeah.
And they had this big, long table. What amazed me was that there were so many people sitting at this table, and in every single take, everybody had the same job. And the camera moved down the table. I think there's a clip of this on too.
Oh yeah.
And there was a boy. What was his name? He had a weird name, Doobie or something like Doobie or something.
Something like that.
Sweet family.
Very nice kid.
He ate every single take all day long. They would give him pasta and stuff. And he was a growing boy. I think he was like 12 going on 13. And she just said, oh my God, he's going to be so sick. And I talked to her the next day, his mom, and she's like, he was a little sick, but he was okay.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Dad was there too, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dad was there too, and he noticed this kid every single take just eating every time. And then during the break, going to craft services
and
eating more.
Oh, it was crazy. I was like, oh my God. We went to a premiere for the movie Hollywoodland, and it was I had a dream when I was pregnant with you of this, like being in a party with celebrities and then going to this fancy bathroom, and I'm like, well, that's never going to happen. We live in Ohio, must not be real. And then I remembered it when I was in that bathroom at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And there was this big pool, the parties all around this pool, and I mean catered like you would not believe. Not one person online to eat. I'm like, they're all actresses.
Mm-hmm.
They can't eat that food. They can't eat the lobster and the truffles and all that kind of stuff. Nobody was eating. But you know what? There was a lot of people going to the bar, is all I'm saying. A lot of people. And I can't tell you who was drunk, but his initials are Matt Damon. Well, this has been great. I would like to thank my guest and offspring, Zach Mills. Thanks for being on my show.
Oh, thank you for having me on your show and for giving birth to me.
My pleasure. And would you like to leave normally, or would you prefer to create some drama for my channel?
Yeah, I think I'd like to storm off and create some drama.
Oh, rage quit. Okay,
yeah, okay.
Sure, fine. Wow. Did you see that? That was not even me. That was not me.